yeah. Apply pressure from every angle, you feel me? Yeah, you know, attack move. Never fold, man. Nah, never fold, never quit, yeah. Keep going, like, yeah.
Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they gotta feel me, yeah. Now they finna feel me. I try to keep it cool, but niggas always act a fool. So now they gotta,
yeah, I smoke that dang. Tryna get M's in the bank, fuck what they think. Knock a nigga whole mouth out. Come sign me, top break, throw hands like Tank. Knock it out the park like Hank. I've been doing them planks, what you got on my drink? I've been trying to keep my sane. Humanity so lame, fuck you and your gang. Speaking on the dead man's name.
Down at the levee, we going fishing at the levee. Roll Tide full of pride, man. Roll Tide full of pride all day, all night, all day, all night, man. Yeah, spring football has officially kicked off. Now I don't know if these practices are, are cameras allowed to be there or things of that nature. Haven't really seen no news pop up on it yet as far as what's going down, but we're going to talk about certain players, certain roster personnel, some interesting facts, talk about some weight gain even from certain players. Pretty much tells you how their off season went. Now it's going to come down to who put in that work this off season, right? Heavy, who worked on their craft, worked on their skills, and who really wanted it, who improved their skills, quarterback position, linebacker position, running back position, every position, bro. You know, who's the man for the job, who's the best man on the field. You know what I mean? Early. Then this is when development sets in, development comes in, right? Spring ball, coaches must do their job. Coaches must really identify their personnel, learn their personnel to a T, right? Understand who they really have in the building at every position, who is the best man on the field, what do they need to do to put their players in the best position to reach their maximum potential. Period. Holmes, heavy, roll tide, full of pride. So spring practice is when you start honing in on your skills. But coaches, I repeat, coaches, it is their job to develop these players at the highest level. Heavy. Work on certain mechanics, techniques, certain flaws that they need to repair. That's where coaching comes in. So we're going to see how it goes, bro. But it's going to be very interesting to see some of these battles. The quarterback battle, of course, I'm going to be breaking the video down in a little bit today. Just hitting the quarterback situation even more because that is the story of spring ball. Even though the O line battles will be epic as well. New faces in the building, new faces in the building, right? Guys returning, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, players who entered through the portal. So it's gonna be a real battle up front in them trenches around yonder, really, on both sides of the ball as well, Holmes. But we're gonna do some roster breakdown once again. The most important things to look at to observe from spring ball, pregame spring ball, so to say, heavy. And if you come in the chat, you got the 411, you got the scoop on how it went down, how practice is going down, the first practice of the spring. Make sure you let me know for sure. Roll Tide full of pride, Holmes. I repeat, right? Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide. Delton in the building, Delton in the building. He said, be a start shit stopper. What the hell you got going on, though? My dog Dell in the building. What up, bro? Heavy roll tide, man. Roll tide, man. No cap. You know? See if we got any new news pop up here. We're going to rock and roll with the segment. So, first up, we got players who put in weight. We're going to be looking at weight gain and all that. That's all part of off-season development. So, we're going to see who really stepped their game up. I'm sure Keelan Russell, they say Keelan Russell put on some solid pounds, some solid good weight. So, that will definitely benefit him. So, let's get into it right quick. Second, 1 second. Boom, here we go. And once again, if you got any news, any highlights, bro, know any news about what went down at spring practice, shit. What time is it? It might be going on right now or just getting done or something of that nature. Damn phone. But once again, bro, you got any news about spring ball? Make sure you let me know. Fire the chat up.
Heavy. Roll Tide. Mhm. Give me 1 second, man. So, which Alabama football players added drop weight since last season? Mhm. Alabama returns to the field this afternoon for its spring practice. So I'm assuming it started this afternoon, meaning which is probably over by now for sure. Like I say, I don't know if these are open practices or not. Will it be stories from practice and all that? We're gonna see. We definitely gonna find out. Heavy. Matter of fact, hold on 1 second, Holmes. See this right here. Mhm. Hold on 1 second. Nothing there yet. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it, man. Here we go. Alabama returns to the field this afternoon for its first spring practice. And with the new spring season comes a fresh roster, which includes updated weights for most of the football team. Comparing the 2025 and 2026 rosters, 45 returning players either gained or lost weight since the last listing. That includes 13 players who experienced differences of 5 or more pounds. So that's the off season. That's what it brings you. That's what it gives you, right? Depending on what the player is trying to accomplish, he's gonna be either losing weight or adding weight. Period. And then big boys up front, right? I'm sure a lot of them trying to get real heavy, but still put on good weight at the same time. 34 Crimson Tide players. 34 Crimson Tide players increased their weight since Alabama's previous roster update, and 10 players added 5 or more pounds. The only double digit difference was for tight end Jack Samarco, who went from 252 to 263 to 263 pounds between his first and second years in the program. So that boy put on real good weight. At least you assume it's real good weight, Holmes. Heavy. A big jump though, a real big jump. First year, second year, oh yeah. But that's what happens, once they really grow into their bodies, period. Put them on a nutrition program, a weight room program, and all that. Strength and conditioning, heavy. Roll Tide. Between his first and second years in the program. Another noteworthy change was for redshirt freshman quarterback Keelan Russell, now who weighs more than 200 pounds. Shout out Keelan Russell. I repeat, shout out Keelan Russell for putting that real weight on for sure. Roll Tide. Matter of fact, where the siren at? I mean, what he was what 170 in the 180s last year? Heavy. Now he get all the way up to 200 pounds. You hear me? That's a plus for him, a definite benefit and plus for him. Let's get it. Let's get it. So shout out Keelan Russell Holmes once again. Put that weight on. You hear me? Heavy. Once again, let's read it one more time. Here we go. Keelan Russell, who now weighs more than 200 pounds. Russell went from 194 pounds to 201. So he was 194. And even then, that's good weight, I'm sure. About 7, 8 pounds there. Heavy. Good shit. Good work by Keelan Russell. And muscle, more mass will protect his body. So very good, very good nutrition program he is on. But he must continue to grow. Jamarian Latham, who is back for a seventh season, added 8 pounds to increase to 280 to 280 pounds. Last year, he lost the most weight, dropping 13 pounds as he transitioned from bandit to wolf linebacker. Latham could ultimately play both positions when he returns to the field. So he can be a true home wrecker, a repeat home wrecker, line wrecker, all that. 11 players from Alabama's 2025 team are also listed as lighter than a year ago, with 3 of them dropping 5 or more pounds. Defensive tackle Jeremiah Beeman lost the most weight, going from 314 pounds to 303 on the updated roster. Hmm. He missed 14 of the Tide's 15 games after suffering an ACL injury early in the 25 season, which could have impacted his weight. Let's get into it. Alabama players who added weight. Jackson Marco, tight end, 252 to 263, 11 pounds plus 11. Jamarian Latham, linebacker, 262 to 270, 8 pounds. Kevin Riley, running back, and he needed to gain weight for sure, but he's still powerful at the weight he was, heavy. 191 to 198, 7 pounds. Shout out him. Keelan Russell, quarterback, 194 to 201, 7 pounds. Shout out Keelan Russell. Duke Johnson, linebacker, 225 to 232 plus 7 pounds. William Sanders, old lineman, 308 to 315. Get that weight in, dog. Get that weight in, dog. You hear me? No cap, heavy. Connor Talty, hey, make your kicks, Connor Talty, but it's all good. Your job is taken anyway, for sure. Roll Tide. 195 to 201 pounds, he gained 6 pounds. Yanze Pierre, shout out Yanze Pierre. I think he will have the most sacks in college football this year, period. Linebacker went from 248 to 253, gained 5 pounds. Props to him, bro. MJ Cherguin, receiver, 190 to 195, dog, plus 5. QB Reese, linebacker, 224 to 229, 5 pounds added. Ryan Coleman Williams, you got the name change. Wide receiver, 178 to 182, plus 4 pounds. Keon Sabb, defensive back, 204 to 208, plus 4. Red Morgan, defensive back, 185 to 189, 4 pounds. Fatua Toa Henry, D lineman, 268 to 272, plus 4 pounds. Bray Hubbard, defensive back, 213 to 217, plus 4. Shout out Bray, dog. Roll Tide heavy. Caleb Edwards, tight end. You could hear a lot of noise from Caleb Edwards, tight end. 264 to 268, 4 pounds, homie. Luke Metz, linebacker, 230 to 233, 3 pounds added. Chuck McDonald, defensive back, 194 to 197. Dre Kirkpatrick Jr., he's a very physical safety. He'll hit you in your mouth, break your helmet and all that. No cap. His dad was legendary. Question is, will he be legendary? Will he stay out of trouble this year? Period. 202 to 205 plus 3 pounds, Holmes. Caden Jones, linebacker, 228 to 231 plus 3. Derek Meadows, wide receiver, 212 to 215 plus 3 pounds. Jay Lindsey, tight end, 255 to 258 plus 3. Edric Hill, defensive lineman, 284 to 287, Holmes, plus 3. AK Deer, expect big plays from AK Deer, running back, 212 to 214, only plus 2 pounds, heavy. And depending on the goals they have or had, then it makes sense. You don't want to put on too much weight. Some players trying to gain a lot of weight. Some players just trying to maintain their weight, right? And improve other things early. Xavier Brown, defensive back, 192 to 194, plus 2. Lloyd Sear Brooks, wide receiver. We know what it is with Lloyd Sear, 191 to 193, plus 2. Dejon Lee, cornerback, 202 to 204, plus 2. Dejon Lee, expect big things from Dejon Lee. I'm expecting a breakout season, so to say, for Dejon Lee, even though he damn near had a breakout season last year as a freshman. And I stand on it 10 toes down. He should have been starting over Damani Jackson. I don't care nothing about the reaction. Period. Holmes heavy. Roll Tide. Rico Scott, wide receiver, 196 to 198 plus 2. Justin Hill, linebacker, 242 to 244 plus 2 pounds. Ivan Taylor, defensive back, 194 to 196, 2 pounds added. Yay. Alex Asperhoff, punter. I believe that's the punter who came over from UNA, correct? Let's see. I believe so, though. Might have been a different name, though. 200 to 202 plus 2 pounds. Casey Poe, O lineman, 322 to 324 plus 2 pounds, dog. Zay Mincy, defensive back, 205 to 206 plus 1. Danny Lewis Jr., tight end, 254 to 255 plus 1, bro. So those are all the players that added weight, gain weight, and all that. Now we gonna break down and take a look at players who lost weight. See what's up here, man. But spring ball is here. I repeat, spring ball is here. No cap. So boom, here we go. Let's get into the list. Ready and get it. So we got Jeremiah Beeman, defensive lineman. He will be in the rotation. He will be in the defensive battle. 314 to 303. He lost 9 pounds. Shout out, kudos to him. You may see a faster Jeremiah Beeman now, a quicker Jeremiah Beeman, but look for him to be in the rotation. Look for him to really compete. A lot of talent up front right now. A lot of talent up front right now, period. Daniel Hill, running back, 244 to 236 pounds. Shout out to Daniel Hill, and I'm sure that will benefit him. Yeah, losing that weight, I'm sure will benefit him. Heavy dog, no cap. And that's big for him. Man. Real big for Daniel Hill as well. He'll be a better running back because of it. Be quicker, faster, hit the holes harder, and see the holes quicker and all that. Holmes heavy. I mean, he's still a big back, 236. So he didn't, he didn't get all the way down to like 220 and nothing like that, homie. Heavy. He's still a big ass back, 236. Yeah. But that loss of 8 was good for him for sure. Isaiah Faga, defensive lineman, 296 to 291 pounds. Heavy. 5 pounds lost, no cap. Jackson Lloyd, offensive lineman, 318 to 314, 4 pounds lost. Austin Mack, QB, we know Austin Mack in the building, 235 to 232, 3 pounds lost. Abdul Sanders, linebacker, 231 to 228, -3. Michael Carroll, offensive lineman, 321 to 318, -3 pounds. Marshall Pritchett, tight end, 248 to 246, -2 loss. Mal Waldrep, offensive lineman, 324 to 322, 2 pounds loss. Steve Mbamoa, defensive lineman, 302 to 301, -1. London Simmons, we know London Simmons is, believe, hurt right now or undergoing surgery, so he will miss spring ball. Definitely a negative thing, but how he recoups, how he bounces back and regroups, right, will tell it all. Very talented, no doubt, right? I was expecting a big season from London Simmons, but now somebody else has the opportunity to step up and make a name for themselves, bro. Period. That's how the game goes. 303 to 302, -1 pounds, Holmes. Oh, yeah. So there you have it for off-season weight gain, off-season weight loss. Once again, you got any practice news, first practice of the spring, make sure you let me know, man. Let me know. Fire the chat up. No cap. So let's go at it. Let's show 1 second. See what we got next here. Boom. So let's check out the freshman, dog. Incoming freshman, I believe. It's really interesting to know what work they put in this off season. Heavy, especially certain individuals to be exact. Now I'm hearing I'm hearing certain individuals gained a lot of weight. Players that may start right away, the Sedarian Morgan, the Xavier Griffin, and all that. So it's very interesting to see how much weight they put on, yeah, or how much weight they dropped. I think most of them will be gaining weight, Holmes. Period. So this should be an all weight gain list. No cap. High numbers as well. High numbers as well, for real. Here we go, bro. Updated weights for Alabama's freshmen. Transfers for start of spring practice. Hmm. Let's get it. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Go ahead and break this list down right quick. So most of Alabama's 2022 recruiting class has new weights, as their measurements when they signed were largely based on recruiting profiles. 16 of the 22 enrollees experienced double-digit differences, including four who are up 20 or more pounds from their recruiting bios. The biggest increase goes to defensive lineman J.R. Howard, who is up 40 pounds. A shout out J.R. Howard, man, putting that bulk on, putting that weight on, Holmes. Heavy. Roll Tide, full of pride, roll tide. Give him a siren for that one, man. He deserved that, homie. Heavy. Big boys up front. Trenches. Yeah. No? Oh, man. Linda P in the building. Linda P in the building. Shout out Linda P in the building. Back again, back again. Roll Tide, Linda P. Roll Tide, Linda P. Let them know for sure. Let them know for sure. You hear me? Heavy. Roll Tide. She say Linda P in the building. I have arrived. EJ Roll Tide. It's getting to be that time. Let's go, Bama. Let's go, Bama. Lock in. I repeat, lock in. Spring ball is here. Spring ball is upon us. You gotta love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, right? I want some more of it. Heavy. Roll Tide. No doubt. But shout out J.R. Howard, man, for putting on 40 solid pounds in the boogie downtown. All four of the 20-point games, 20 plus games, were defensive players. As defensive lineman Maury Johnson, plus 24 pounds. Damn. Linebacker Xavier Griffin, plus 22 pounds. Xavier Griffin, keep an eye out for him. Definitely a name, definitely a player who could be starting day one, year one for Bama, bro. Period. Look for Xavier Griffin to really gain momentum as spring goes along, as spring ball goes along and gets carried out. And the boy put on 22, a full 22 homes, heavy. So he's stronger, bigger, faster, all that. And defensive back, Zion Gibson, plus 20. Shout out Zion Gibson, putting 20 pounds on heavy. Join Howard at the top of the list. A couple of other noteworthy increases go to running back EJ Crowell. You know about EJ Crowell, freshman running back, freshman sensation, potential lead dog, no cap. Expect him to come in the building, probably get rep, get tick right away. Some say he may even be the potential starter when it's all said and done, dog. You hear me? No cap. But it will be a battle, a real pure battle, baby, at that running back position. Who will take over that number one at that running back position for real? Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. Roll Tide. Who was listed as 16 pounds heavier? Then his recruiting profile entering spring at 221. Meanwhile, wide receiver Cedarian Morgan at 223 pounds already will be the heaviest wideout on the 2026 football team. The comparisons to Julio are there. I repeat, right? The comparisons to Julio Jones are there round yonder. So Cedarian Morgan and EJ Crowell and Xavier Griffin, right? Look for those guys to play right away, baby. Roll Tide. Heavy. My dog Dre in the building. My dog Dre in the building. What up, Holmes? We'll see if he can run side to side then where his ass out. Hey, he can run, boy. You ain't heard about Griffin? You ain't heard about Griffin Dre? Huh? That boy can run for real. No cap. Oh yeah. Roll Tide. You know what's up, Dre. You know what's up, Holmes. Heavy. No doubt. He say, Linda P. Let's go, man. Here we go. So let's get into the official measurements and all that. J.L. Howard, just mentioned him, defensive lineman, 6'6", 245 to 285. They put that boy in the game. He might play in the game right away. Heavy. Let's get it. Maury Johnson, defensive lineman, 6'3", 262 to 286, plus 24 pounds. Damn. Xavier Griffin, linebacker, 6'3", 200 to 222 pounds, plus 22 pounds gain. Damn. Yeah, roll tide. Yeah. Zion Gibson, defensive back, 6 foot 174 to 194, plus 20. Max Sutter, tight end, he's 6'5", went from 230 to 249, 19 pounds gain. Tyrell Miller, O lineman, 6'5", 305 to 322, plus 17. EJ Crowell, running back, 5'11", 205 to 221, plus 16. Heavy, bro, respect, no cap. Zay Hall, linebacker, Holmes, 6'3", 222 to 238, plus 16. Rael Kelly, defensive back, 6'3", 180 to 196, plus 16. Jordan Edmonds, defensive back, 6'3", 175 to 188, plus 13. Cedarian Morgan, wide receiver, 6'4", 210 to 223 pounds, Holmes, plus 13 pounds gain. I've been talking about him all off season, bro. Look for him, watch out for him, look out for him to make a name for himself early this spring. No cap. Jamarian Matthews, linebacker, 6'2". He went from 240 to 252, plus 12. Treshawn Brown, running back, 5'10", 190 to 201, plus 11. Jaray Edwards, defensive back, 6'2 to 2. He's 6'2", 210 to 221 pounds, plus 11. Nick Sherman, defensive back, 6'3", 190 to 201, plus 11. Heavy. Bryson Cooley, O-lineman, 6'6", 315 to 325, plus 10 pounds gain. Jet Tamala, quarterback, 6'4", 220 to 229, plus 9. Maurice Mathis Jr., wide receiver, 6'1", went from 180 to 186, plus 6. Tane Evan Kawhi, quarterback, 6'5", 235 to 238, plus 3. Judd Cascone, tight end, 6'3", 224 to 225, plus 1. Heavy. Chris Booker, O-lineman, 6'4", went from 285. He stayed the same. No weight gain, period. Tyler Henderson, wide receiver, 6'1", 175 to 173, negative 2 pounds. As we all know, Tyler Henderson coming over from the JUCO realm, ready to make a name for himself. Linda P say, can I get a roll tide, Dre? Hey, let him know, Linda P, huh? Let him know. You know what I mean? Early. October 17th, it's going down. It's going way down. Now we take a look at the Alabama transfers, you know, as far as weight gain and all that. We got a lot of solid transfers that came in through the portal. Which ones will take over? Which ones will start? We're going to see. We shall see. Devon Tompkins, defensive lineman, 6'5", 285 to 298, plus 13. Desmond Yumio Zulu, linebacker, 6'6" to 240, 253, plus 13. Carmelo O'Neal, defensive back, 6'4", 200 to 209 pounds, plus 9. Caleb Woodson, linebacker, 6'3", 230 to 238, plus 8. Lorcan Quinn, kicker, punter kicker, 6'1", 188 to 196, plus 8. Lorcan Quinn, we know he out of the country with it for real. Powerful leg, Holmes, powerful leg. Caleb Smith, defensive lineman, 6'5", 270 to 277, bruh, plus 7 pounds. Leslie Black, defensive lineman, 6'5", 280 to 285, plus 5. Caden Strayhorn came over from Michigan, offensive lineman, 6'2" to 308. I mean, he's 6'2", went from 308 to 313, plus 5. Jackson Shuttlesworth, tight end, 6'5", 230 to 235, plus 5. Josh Ford, tight end, 6'6", 265 to 267, plus 2. Boom. You know, Josh Ford came over from Oklahoma State. Let's get it. Here we go. Racing Delgatti, old lineman out of Cal Poly, 6'3", 300 to 301, plus 1. Pay attention to the Racing Delgatti. Probably will be a starting center when the smoke clears and when it's all said and done. Heavy. Roll Tide. Ethan Fields, O-line, 6'3", 320 to 319, lost 1 pound. Ethan Stangl, what is this? SN, 6'1", 220 to 219, lost 1. Javin James, O-lineman, 6'5", 320 to 318, negative 2 pounds lost, probably was beneficial to him. Javin James, they say he can compete definitely for a starting job. So we're gonna see how it pans out when it's all said and done. Straight up. Adam Watford, punter, believe he came from UNA. 5'11", 190 to 188, lost 2. Khalifa Keith, running back, 6'1", 235 to 232, negative 3. Noah Rogers, wide receiver, 6'2", 205 to 201, lost 4 pounds. Noah Rogers, another player that came in through the portal. A lot of buzz around his name. A lot of people saying he could be a real threat, real deep threat. He has the experience already. I believe he's a redshirt junior, so he's really 3 years in. So he gives you the experience and all that. Boom. He gives you a different level of receiver as well. Like I say, Holmes, like I've been saying, nothing is guaranteed. Like, don't just expect Ryan Williams to be your number 1. Don't just expect Holmes, Lloyd Sear Brooks to be your number 2. Now, you would presume they will be, but who knows how Ryan Williams will show up. Period. Heavy. You know, it's guys who want his spot. Guys coming for his dome. You hear me, dog? Heavy, trying to bring it home. Period. No cap. Roll Tide. This wide receiver team, this wide receiver room has a lot of stiff competition. So everybody better be ready, right? I repeat, everybody better be damn ready. Ain't nobody safe for real. Ryan Williams, Lloyd Sear Brooks, nobody. When you got freshmen coming in like Sadarian Morgan, you got dogs ready to prove a point like Rico Scott. Oh, hell to the no, no, no. Ain't nobody damn safe, baby, for real. Huh? Yeah. No cap. So that's the good thing about spring ball, man, and real competition. And if Kalen DeBoer, K-Dog, make sure it's a real competition around yonder, then hey, the best men will be on the field. Heavy, heavy, no cap, for real. Linda P say college football ain't ready for my Alabama Crimson Tide. Clock it, roll tide. You know, Linda? Let them know, you know? Hey, yeah, come on now. We know what it is. We know what it ain't. Money in the damn bank. You hear me? For real though. I'm trying to see if any news came about spring practice already. Hey, once again, fire the chat up if you know what went down in Bama practice today. Is it over? Is it still going on? What's the 411, dog? What's the real scoop? Probably hear more about it tomorrow or maybe even later today. Shit. Give me 1 second, dog. Mhm. Give me 1 second, man. For real. What we at here? Racing Boom, Watford, Khalifa Keith, Noah Rogers, Ty Haywood, O lineman, 6'5". Went from 316 to 312, 4 pounds loss. Nick Brooks, O lineman, 6'7". Went from 349 to 339, negative 10 pounds loss. So he probably in good shape right now, bro. Period, Holmes. Heavy. Terrence Green, defensive lineman, 6'5", 330 to 319. Damn, lost 11 pounds. Wow. So he's going to be quicker. Oh, man. And he keep that same strength and power, Holmes. No cap. Oh, he's going to be a real dog. Terrence Mean Green. I repeat, Terrence Mean Green said he coming down lighter, quicker, quicker, but still what? Stronger, powerful, and all that. But damn, 330 to 319? He probably did that so he could fit the scheme even better. Yeah, that was probably a coaching call and a staff call on that round yonder right there. Period. But picture Terrence Mean Green cutting some weight and now he moves faster now, quicker now, still strong though, still a big body as well. Oh man, shout out Alabama. Period. Roll Tide. Kedrick Bingley Jones, defensive lineman, 6'4", 320 to 302 pounds, 18 pounds loss. Well, damn, he went for the big number 18, bro. You hear me? No cap. And shout out Kedrick Bingley Jones for putting that real work in. And he probably felt like he was carrying too much weight anyway, dog. You know? And just because you're on the line don't mean you got to be over damn weight, heavy. You don't want to be too big, right? Heavy, man. No doubt, bro. So damn, bro, them boys put that real work in for real. Give me 1 second though. Trying to see if we got any Bama news here about practice, man. For real. But shout out to all them boys who put on weight and lost weight on that real program. Them boys ain't hungry. They're starving. Hey, let them know, Linda. Let them know, Linda, huh? She said them boys ain't hungry. Them boys starving. What? Real levy dog. uh, yeah, though. Hey, tell them, Linda, come out to play. Come out to play now, for real. Oh, yeah. Come out to play now. Dell in the building. He say, Linda P. Linda P. Let's get it, bro. Roll Tide. Roll Tide for sure. For sure. Now we just gonna look at some pre-spring takeaways and pre-spring news, dog. you know, pretty much what to look for, what to expect from certain players, certain positions, and all that. No cap. Mm-hmm. See here. Mm-hmm. Roll Tide, full of pride. Roll Tide, full of pride, baby. Hey, don't forget you come in the chat, like it up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, right? Share this with everybody you know. Support the grind, support the channel, Holmes. Roll Tide, full of pride. Roll Tide, full of pride forever. Win, lose, or draw, but we come to win. Roll Tide. Believe that. Come on, no. Hmm. Let's see, we'll give me 1 second here, man. Football. Here we go. Hold up, hold up. Back to it. I believe Bama has some top recruits in the building in the building as well, or some of the players there were. hmm 15 things to watch as Alabama begins practice. It's hard to believe Alabama will begin spring practice for the third time under head coach Kalen DeBoer on Sunday. Many fans and pundits still measure the program's success by championships. The Crimson Tide may have won a road playoff game in Norman, Oklahoma, but the lasting memory for many remains the lopsided loss to eventual national champion Indiana, along along with a few other double-digit defeats during the season. Period. The standard is when the Natty. I repeat, the standard is when the Natty Holmes heavy, no cap. Last year's team was often described as finally being DeBoer's team, though that label applied more to the players who remained and chose not to enter the transfer portal during the four available windows. But now it's officially his team, Holmes, officially his roster, his staff, all that, period. No cap. A large portion of the roster was still recruited by Nick Saban and had at least 1 year of experience playing for the 7 time national champion head coach. Saban, no longer preparing for spring practice, was in Washington, D.C. on Friday at the White House, advocating for the future of college athletics. Mm. Meanwhile, hopefully Saban spoke up and said, hey, y'all need to do something about this rotten ass portal, about this rotten ass NIL and this rotten ass tampering. So hopefully Saban stood up, poked his chest out, and used some of his pull that he got amongst the fans and amongst the sporting world for damn sure amongst the rule makers of college football athletics, period, dog. No cap, you hear me? Heavy. So hopefully he spoke up and said the right things in support of what people and the fans and the media and the coaches are saying all along. We need more. We need some laws and rules, Holmes. Put in these contracts. We need these players to be held accountable, Holmes. 2 years max. 2 years max. College athletics, huh? Tell them that, Saban. Now run, tell that, my dog. Roll Tide. Meanwhile, the board's roster is now primarily composed of players recruited by his staff. Fewer than 20 players on the roster were originally recruited by Saban, and only 5 spent at least one season playing for the legendary coach. Bray Hubbard, Danny Lewis, Edric Hill, Jamarian Latham, and Connor Talty. It's also important to remember that many of the high school prospects signed by Coach DeBoer's staff are only entering their sophomore seasons. However, with a large group of transfers added, upperclassmen recruited specifically by the current staff to remain, and this being Coach DeBoer's third year leading the program, the narrative of waiting to see what happens once the roster is fully his is no longer valid. Big facts, no cap. The roster is officially DeBoer's. It is officially K Dogs, right? Right, Holmes. No more excuses, no more complaining, no more saying this and that. Oh, it's still Saban guys. It's still Saban's guys. No, right? The new regime is officially in full effect. Period. That moment has arrived, even with the departures of several veterans, leaders, and starters on both sides of the ball. The expectations at Alabama remain the same. Blowout losses cannot continue, even if the team still reaches the college football playoffs. Big facts, no cap, period. Spring practice now offers the first look at what this team could become before preseason camp. Mhm. Now let's check down here. What's going on? What's really going on? Battles, battles. I repeat, dog. Battles and more battles. Holmes heavy. A lot of battles around yonder, no cap. That boy Dre Wild. He said, "No, I die before I say roll tide." Come on now, Dre. Come on now, Dre Holmes. You know, you know, roll tide, baby. Linda P say, EJ, it's our time. Overdue. Talk to him, Linda P. What a siren at Linda P in the building. Hot. Hey, Linda, hey, Linda P got the hot hand today, Holmes. Linda P got the hot hand today. Oh man, for real though. Roll Tide, baby, roll Tide, forever. Hmm. She say, Dre, I figure Vol Nation, Linda P, Big Orange. Oh no, man, come on now, Dre. Come on now, Dre. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. She say, Dre, oh, that's so unfortunate, po thing. Hey, Linda P coming in hot, man. Hey, Linda P heavy with it today. You hear me? Roll Tide, baby. One more again, though. No cap. Oh, man. Let's go now. EJ, NIL, transfer portal, or out of control, way out of control, Linda P. Way out of control, Linda P. It's a damn shame. You can be a freshman and leave, go to a new team, sophomore then leave, go to a new team, junior leave, go to a damn new team. I mean, where's the commitment? Where's the accountability? Why the hell do they even call it commit anymore? They ain't committing to no damn school, period. They choosing a school and then getting bought out. It's pay for play. I repeat, right? They choosing a school, then getting their ass bought out. They ain't really committing to nothing. So if it's gonna be committing for real, Holmes, make it fair to the coaches a little bit, right? You know, the schools with the most money already have the most advantage right now anyway, because they got the most guapino to work with heavy. Now I understand it's not all about the money, but damn, make it a fair playing field for the coaches, right? At least. Damn, bro, you can't even really build a squad, build a team at all. Because you don't know what players leaving, what players going here, what players going there. For real. So the transfer portal, Homes, the NIL needs to come up with a program, put something in these players' contracts that says, hey, all right, bet, boom, you can leave, but you're gonna spend 2 years at this college first. Period. Ain't gonna be no shucking and jiving and no jive turkey shit going on. Period. You're gonna commit to these 2 years, Holmes. Sign the contract to these 2 years, then do what the hell you gotta do. Huh? But it's getting way out of hand. On top of that, you got tampering going on and all that as well. What the hell going on around here? Yeah, I seen old Nick at the White House. Shout out Nick Saban, bro. You hear me? No cap. Be careful in that White House, Saban. Be careful in that White House, Saban. You hear me? Heavy. Roll Tide, Holmes. Heavy. If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. I don't give a damn. Let's get it. Roll Tide. Matter of fact, one more game. You say, "Po thing, I believe we win can I believe we win can win the natty. See what this new DC. Man, Dre, boy, stop, boy, bye." That boy Dre coming in here talking heavy today, man. Now he talking Dre. No good, no good, man. You know, you can't talk like that no more, dog. No mas, no mas. That boy said Tennessee can win the natty. What? Take the what and leave the whats. uh, Man, come on, bro. Heavy. She said, Dre, I pity anybody who's not Bama built. Talk to him, Linda P. Talk to him, Linda P. Let him know shit different around here. Shit different around here for real. Roll Tide. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let them know what's going on. Let them know what the fuck going on. Linda P. Roll Tide, man. Yeah. Linda P say, Dre, I pity anybody who's not Bama Bill. You hear me? Heavy. They better recognize, let them know they better recognize Linda P. No cap. Roll Tide. What Dre said? I see you on the 3rd week of October. Linda P, you damn right, Dre. You damn right, homie. No cap. Matter of fact, we'll see you on the 3rd week, October, and what? In Tennessee. And we gonna take y'all heart, take y'all soul in Tennessee, Dre. Heavy. I'm telling you, man. Hey, Dre. Hey, bro. You might want to go ahead, put the cigar down right now. You know, heavy. Ain't no lighting cigars. We lighting the cigars on y'all field in Tennessee, prime time, limelight, bright nights, whatever you want to call it. We coming through that bitch and showing out. We gonna show them what Bama is about. Period. Yeah. Yeah, baby, you know? Yeah. Roll Tide. He said, SKOL, we keep a top 5 offense. Always told everybody we're a DC from a championship. Now, your offense been solid. Your offense been solid. Definitely. No cap. He say DC away. Well, hey, you improve your defense. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Y'all might even be a playoff team, but guess what? You got to come through us, Dre. Heavy, man. You know what that mean, dog. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of pride, huh? Roll Tide. Oh, man. Let's go. You hear me? Let's go. No cap. Let's get back into this Bama news, dog. So first and foremost, right? Don't expect a QB decision anytime soon. Wow. So we got to go past the spring into the summer. Probably won't really know anything until after summer ball, summer workouts, and all that. Heavy. For sure. Austin Mack versus Keelan Russell is expected to be one of the most nationally anticipated quarterback competitions ahead of the 2026 season. It would be surprising if this battle were decided before August. Ryan Grubb did not name Ty Simpson the starter last spring, but did say he was leading at the time. That likely will not be the case this year. Could freshman Jet Tamala potentially push? That was the question surrounding Russell a year ago when there was uncertainty on who would win the job. There is confidence within the building and likely more belief outside that Alabama is in a great spot, even with only a small sample from what's been seen from the 2 up to this point. Oh, yeah, no doubt. I feel very comfortable about these 2 running backs running the offense and leading the team, being true leaders of the team, Holmes. Heavy. And it's going to be a real battle, period. And the bad, this is the one I seen before. Let's go down. Hold on. Matter of fact, I think this is it right here. Let's break down these highlights real quick. Like I say, it's really going to be a pure battle from these 2 quarterbacks round yonder. No cap. Give me 1 second. No, not this one, Goose. This one here, man. Come on, no. Come on now, baby. Do me like that. So I guess we can check out Keelan Russell first. See what's up.
Near as many people at practice even. Russell, unanimous 5.
Throw vividly, Holmes. Heavy. I remember that throw very vividly. That was a beautiful ass throw. Upper echelon throw, no cap.
Pritchett.
Yeah, And once again, we're checking out some Keelan Russell highlights, big moments in the season last year, and some Austin Mack highlights, big moments in the season last year. Right now, let me know in the chat, who do you really believe will be the starter or should be the starter? Who do you think will start out of Keelan Russell and Austin Mack? Let me know if you had to pick right now. Pick one. You must pick one. Would you rock and roll with Keelan or rock and roll with Mack? You hear me? Heavy. Let me know. Let me know, dog. For real.
In a very short amount of reps here. Keelan Russell, the quarterback, national champion.
So boom, there we have it. That's Keelan Russell highlights, little flash plays from the season. Now I'm gonna dive into Austin Mack. Let's get up Austin Mack. Once again, let me know in the chat, bro. Fire the chat up. Who you think right now, if you had to pick one, would Keelan Russell be the starter or would Austin Mack be your starter? And then Austin Mack, he's such a weapon, right? Being 6'6", 2 something plus, 220 plus, but the ability for him to run, to scramble, and I'm talking really run and scramble. Now I understand Keelan Russell is a more elusive quarterback than him, of course. But don't sleep on Austin Mack's running skills, Holmes, period. Bottom line, heavy, no cap. Huh? For real, do not sleep on Austin Mack's running ability. He is 6'6", 220 plus pounds, right? And he can run like that. Oh, man, that's a real weapon, no doubt. This will be a real competitive battle. You hear me? Heavy. That was a beautiful throw, a beautiful damn throw right there. Hold up, run it back. Beautiful throw, bro. You know, so boom, that's pretty much, and that's just some flash plays, right? Some highlights around yonder. But right now, like I said, if you have to pick, you really can't pick because you really don't know. It's a real battle for sure. Both of them have talent. Both of the guys bring different elements and different things to the table. But may the best man win, Holmes. Period. Next question will Xavier Crowell show enough to put himself in the running back one conversation? I believe so, for real. With Jam Miller's departure, there isn't a returning player considered a clear favorite to replace him as the starter. Daniel Hill, A.K. Deere, and Kevin Riley all saw playing time last season, and each believes a bigger role could be ahead this fall. Crowell is one of the most hyped running backs to arrive at Alabama since Najee Harris. He still has a lot to learn before becoming the He still has a lot to learn before becoming the star of the Tide offense, but do not expect the coaches to hold him back. He will get plenty of reps to determine if he can play a major role this fall. And that's how it should be, bro. Period. You hear me? Heavy. If he's the best, put him in. Make him your starter. Heavy. Oklahoma State transfer can make a difference. Josh Ford, the tight end, came over from Oklahoma State in the portal. More of a run blocking tight end rather than a pass catching tight end. But run blocking is very important as well. And we know this year Bama must get the run game going, period. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Elevate, elevate, elevate. The run game must be a thing. Since when has the run game not been a thing in Bama? The fuck going on around here? For real. I want murder ball, baby. Murder fucking ball. Break them all, take their soul and all that. Roll Tide. Josh Ford could become an instrumental piece in the Tide's offense as a physically imposing blocker at the tight end position. Big facts, no cap. Something Alabama desperately needs. Facts. The 6'6", 260-pound redshirt sophomore saw plenty of action in his first 2 seasons at Oklahoma State before entering the transfer portal after Mike Gundy was fired. He could develop into a player similar to former Maryland transfer C.J. Dupree, who filled the needed void for the Crimson Tide in 2023. New tight ends coach Richard Owens is looking for impact players who bring a physical presence, and Ford appears well positioned to fill that need. Real talk. Alabama will test several rotations on the O-line, which is highly expected. Right? You got so many new guys coming in, new faces, talented guys as well. Oh, it's going to be a real brawl, period. Roll Tide. May the best man win. A complete overhaul of the offensive line is here. Alabama returned only one starter, sophomore Michael Carroll. The staff added 7 transfers, including one from the junior college ranks, Tyrell Miller, and hired a new offensive line coach in Adrian Clem. Many of the players in the room were specifically recruited by Kalen DeBoer's staff, with the exception of Casey Poe and Will Sanders. With so many new faces, expect a lot of rotations during the spring, including players working in multiple positions. Alabama hopes to develop a strong sense of who can compete for starting roles and who is next in line. Ideally, the starting 5 will be settled before the season opener rather than continuing to rotate into the season. Let's get it, bro. No cap. No cap. Spring ball is here. It's here. Are you excited? I'm sure. Excellence in the secondary. Excellence in the secondary. The secondary will be very scary, baby. Roll Tide, full of pride, no doubt. This group was elite during the 25 season and returns largely intact, minus Damani Jackson, who eventually fell behind freshman All-American Dejon Lee and Dejon Jones, who split time with rising junior Zay Mincy. Alabama also added Mercer transfer Carmelo O'Neal while signing one of the top 3 defensive back classes in the country. The starters may already be penciled in. Zabian Brown, a real dog, who should be an All-American candidate, is expected to occupy one corner spot opposite Lee. The bigger question is who finds their way into the rotation. Sophomore Ivan Taylor certainly has the pedigree. Chuck McDonald is another player to watch closely this spring. BOL is keeping an eye on the newcomers, including Jaray Edwards and Jordan Edmonds. And keep an eye out on, hey, watch out for Jaray Edwards, Holmes, heavy. Jordan Edmonds as well. No cap. Will Tauti hold off the mighty Quinn? No, he won't. Lorcan Quinn is taking that job quickly and swiftly, Holmes, I guarantee it. It would not have been surprising if kicker Connor Tauti had entered the transfer portal in January. He struggled during the season, was booed by the fan base in November, and did not make a field goal beyond 50 yards. However, he made his final 5 kicks of the season and regained some confidence before choosing to remain with the program. Alabama added one of the top transfer kickers in the country with Marshall transfer, Lorcan Quinn. The 24-year-old sophomore from Ireland will likely push for the starting role and is also the long-distance option the Crimson Tide has needed since the departure of Will Reichert. And if you haven't seen Lorcan Quinn kick, wow, the dude can make a damn near 65-yarder easy, Holmes, heavy. He definitely has the leg for it. Shout out Will Reichert, SKOL Tide. I repeat, SKOL Tide. Bullseye, bang! Alabama's all-time leading scorer. Credit to Tauti for sticking around. Much better to have two in the room. Big facts, no cap. Coleman Williams, Brooks, and then number 3, who will be the number 3 receiver, bruh, period. The Tide standout receiver, formerly known as Ryan Williams, is now Ryan Coleman Williams after revealing a name change. Coleman Williams did not have the All-American sophomore season many expected. Big facts, no cap. He must step up, period. But he remains one of the team's best overall players. Right. Williams and sophomore Lottie Brooks are likely cemented as 2 of the starters. Well, they shouldn't be. It should be a real battle. Yeah. The bigger question is who emerges behind them. That competition could be just as important from the staff's perspective. Rico Scott, Noah Rogers, NC State transfer, Derek Meadows, and freshman Cedarian Morgan are among those hoping to earn larger roles. JUCO All-American transfer Tyler Henderson can also make his case this spring. So like I say, bro, don't play around. Don't play around in the boogie downtown. It will be a real battle in that room there. Heavy. NC State's Noah Rogers goes second level. Oh, that's a highlight film right there. I'm going to wait on that and all that. Make sure you got questions, comments, opinions. Put them in the chat, right? Roll Tide, full of pride. I repeat, Roll Tide, full of pride, no doubt. The belief in the overall team after a day. Nick Saban often spoke for years about how much improvement his teams still needed, whether in the spring, in August, or even during the season. You know, Nick Saban was never satisfied. He was never comfortable with it, period. There was considerable praise for considerable praise for last year's team following spring practice and heading into fall camp. Confidence in players is important, but it can also lead to complacency. Lost to FSU in game 1. Alabama still reached the college football playoff quarterfinals. It was a very good team, just not near the best. Facts. The current staff tends to remain positive publicly, but how will they feel internally at the conclusion of the spring? There isn't a spring portal window anymore to fill late needs. This is the Crimson Tide's roster for the 26th season. And I'm cool with it. Heavy. Shit, fuck that portal in the spring. That's just more opportunity for players to leave somewhere else. Hell to the no. I mean, damn. Can you give the coaches something, Holmes? For real. The biggest portal wins / regrets. There was a lot on the line for Coach DeBoer and Alabama this season. Some expected the Tide to add several All-American caliber transfers to fill key roles, though that was not the plan, given the high number of players needed in key areas, especially on the offensive and defensive fronts. Alabama trusted its evaluations, including players who were not multi-year starters at their previous schools. The Tide has had success in the portal over the last 2 years, but has also signed others who did not make a major impact. The hope is that several of these additions become significant contributors. The staff will gain a better sense of that during spring practice. Alabama has confidence in its returning linebackers without starting experience. So basically, they really believe in the young guys, bro. You hear me? No cap, heavy. One second. Check out QB Reese right quick. Hold on, man.
Let's talk about who I think is going to start at linebacker for Alabama in 2026. That is QB Reese. Watch him right here. Coming off the edge, you get this read option, and as soon as he sees that the running back is going to get this ball, he's going to fire down in here really quick. I love his acceleration, and then he's going to get this right hand on the football right here, and he actually knocks it out, causes a fumble, gets the ball on the ground. His teammate jumps on top of it. Alabama football, great job making plays. Now let's talk about IQ here. You're going to get this jet sweep from this wide receiver. So you got 2 lead blockers. So his first thought out here is, hey, I need to keep contained and box this all back inside. So he does a great job getting 2 hands into this lead blocker. He's going to kind of flip his hips around. So that makes the wide receiver say, hey, I have to cut this vertical. And then one other thing that I really like that he always does is he has a great strike on whoever is coming to block him. He does a great job taking on blocks. So because he'll be boom, and I'm just going to go ahead and drive my feet. You're not getting any more yards. Just really solid, not getting any more. Sure to wrap him up. Fantastic play right there. Now, let's just talk about just getting downhill in a hurry. I meet this running back right in the hole. Boom, and I'm just going to go ahead and drive my feet. You're not getting any more yards. Just really solid play. This guy had less than 50 reps, so we're not working with a ton of tape, but from what I saw,
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna watch the whole film, but yeah, QB Reese, dog, is it's gonna be a real battle at the linebacker position for real. Like, don't sleep on the talent at the linebacker position for real. No cap. Period. Because QB Reese is a real dog. Straight up. So we got senior team reporter Charlie Potter posted his projected defensive depth chart and listed Virginia Tech Caleb Woodson and junior Caden Jones as the starters. That projection makes sense. Alabama lost its three most productive linebackers from last season after Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson, and Nakai Hill-Green exhausted their eligibility. Woodson, a multi-year starter at VTech, was the only portal addition at the position. Outside of him, there is limiting starting experience. Sources told BOL in January that Alabama did not aggressively pursue additional linebackers in the portal because of its confidence in the returning players. So that says a lot about how they feel about QB Reese, Luke Metz, Duke Johnson, Abdul Sanders, and Xavier Griffin. So let's not worry about the freshmen. I mean, the linebacker room, the linebacking core. And we already know the freshmen to pay attention to: Jaray Edwards, Jordan Edmonds, Michael Carroll. He'll be a sophomore, but he was a freshman last year. You expect him to take that next step up. He's a real leader, be a real leader on the team. Like, you start the whole year as a freshman, you are officially a veteran. I mean, shit, after 6 games as a freshman, right, you are officially a veteran, right? Right, period, point blank, no cap. So Michael Carroll must step up. Like I say, Jaray Edwards, Dejon Lee, sophomore. I want a spectacular season from him, Holmes, early, and Maury Johnson. So we're going to do it, man. We're going to see how it go down in the boogie downtown. The big bodies who are coming in, the big bodies who will be in the building, much like the offensive line, the D-line room features several new players who will be working together for the first time. Alabama believes it addressed needs through the portal. I believe they did as well, period. And with sophomore London Simmons sidelined into fall camp, others will have additional opportunities to stand out this spring. And that's the thing about it, bro. You get hurt. We saw Jan Zapier step up when he had a chance, Holmes, heavy, and he took full control of the situation, heavy. Now he's a perennial pass rusher. I think he'll probably have the most sacks in college football this year or next year coming up. Hey, bro, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Here we go. The Tide needs more than just a few impact starters. It needs a deeper and more productive rotation. Facts. It may be too early to say the defensive line is better than it was a year ago, but improved depth could make a significant difference. Alabama added some size in the portal with guys like Terrence Mean Green out of Oregon, Kedrick Bingley Jones, Mississippi State. Shout out Oregon, shout out Mississippi State. Devin Tompkins, USC, shout out USC, Khaled. But Fatua Toa Henry, Isaiah Faga, Jeremiah Beeman, Edric Hill, and Steve Mbamoa all have something to prove. Facts. And these boys ain't just going to lay down, but they're going to really get down. And it's going to be a real banger. Roll Tide. Period, dog. Heavy. Got future team captains will start to emerge. You already know some of the captains already. The Bray Hubbards, Holmes, probably the Keon Sabs as well. But the young guys could definitely step up for themselves too. Let's get it. Here we go. The captain designation does not always go to the most talented players, though it often overlaps. The fourth quarter program, spring practice, and summer workouts will help reveal which players the team gravitates towards as leaders. Ty Simpson, Tim Keenan, Deontay Lawson, and Parker Brailsford served as captains last season. Bray Hubbard stands out as a strong candidate this year. Jan Zapier, Keon Sabb, and perhaps juniors like Ryan Coleman Williams or Zabrian Brown could also emerge. Oh yeah, facts. Isaiah Faga, who has yet to see significant playing time to this point, has earned praise for his leadership qualities heading into the spring from defensive coordinator Kane Walmack and Pierre. Shout out to him. Shout out to Isaiah Faga for stepping up. No cap. Roll Tide. We need everybody to step up, period. With so many new starters and fresh faces, it's essential for veteran players to earn their peers' respect while upholding the Alabama standard. Oh, yeah, for sure. Which returning players become stars for the Crimson Tide? Quay Russaw, who transferred to Ohio State in January, spoke highly of Yanze Pierre's potential to take the next step before the 25 season. Pierre replaced Russaw following an early season injury and became Alabama's most productive pass rusher. Shout out to Pierre Holmes, no cap. Ty Simpson also received strong praise from teammates and coaches before eventually being named the starting quarterback last August. It remains to be seen which players who have not yet started will make a major impact this fall, but spring practice will offer early clues about who may emerge as unexpected stars. Is it Isaiah Faga, one of the sophomore linebackers? Does Rico Scott finally break through after high expectations a year ago? Alabama has a lot of talent, and some of those players who've been waiting for their opportunity will take full advantage while becoming household names this season. Yeah, bro, that's what it's all about for real. You could see new names emerge, no cap. We got Courtney Morgan here saying what he talking about here. Let's see what's up right quick, dog. Heavy. Give me 1 second.
This whole process that is the recruiting nowadays, what do you deem as a full class? I know today they're trying to sign 18, 19. So are you holding back? Like, what is a full class? When I was coming through it, it was 25. Everybody knew exactly what the number was, where we were trying to get to. Nowadays, it has shaped, it has moved. Kind of point me in the direction of what I should be looking for, or what is a full class anymore?
Yeah, I think you used to base it off of the natural attrition on your roster. Your place was leaving.
Yep.
Now, you don't really know with the portal. Honestly, Bob, we just recruit.
Crazy, home. The portal is wild. Hey, what he said, you don't even damn know, bro. Like, there's no, hey, nothing, Holmes. Heavy. He said, you don't know nothing for sure. He said, we just recruit, period. Let's get it. That's why recruiting will always be important, even in the NIL portal area, because year to year, until they change something, you know, they won't never truly know.
Keep it simple. In a world of chaos, we try to keep it simple.
We find the best players.
Yeah, we're just trying to find good football players. Now, unfortunately, now it's got to worry about the cost.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they cost efficient for what their level of skill is? That's the other part that you've got to take into consideration now. And I don't know, Courtney, what you think. I think the signing class days of, hey, top 5 ranking class, I think that's out the window.
Oh, wow.
Because, like you said, the numbers are going to be lower.
Right, yes.
And, shoot, how many – we took kids that are, you know, you're going to take kids that are maybe lesser ranked because of the money situation, but they're good players.
Right.
But you just can't. It's just how it was.
I want to follow that up. Go ahead, Courtney.
So if you look at the number 1 classes this year, they have 36 commits. Well, only way you take 36 commits if you have a lot of people leaving your roster. We don't want our players to leave our roster. We feel like we have a really good roster. That's why we're in the position that we're in right now.
Facts. It's about retaining players, keeping players in the building. Even with the whole pay for play, it's still ways to beat pay for play, baby. Heavy. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll damn Tide. Oh yeah, ain't nothing rolling but the damn Tide.
So to take 36 players, it means you have a plan to remove a lot of people from your roster. So for us, it's identify the best players that equal the value of money that we're willing to spend. So we'll get the best players. We'll figure out, we'll allocate our money properly. But even doing that, we'll also keep in mind we want to keep our players. Yes. So you don't want to overspend your high school class because retention costs too.
Okay.
So it's,
You bring up the money is about in retention and all these other things. Which one, for the average fan like myself, which one costs more? Is it out of the portal, or is it out of high school? Or is it the position? Or is it just kind of a bundle pack? I have no idea.
I would say it's a mixture of all of them.
Okay.
Because, you know, you definitely don't want to overspend the high school players. If you are in the running to get an elite player, you go get them. But you know the offset is that you might have to sign a smaller class because we're always being mindful of retention, right? The better you are in retention, the better you are at getting elite high school players, paying the right people, the less you have to spend in the portal. So if you focus on retention and really good high school recruiting and not
Smart shit. Recruiting matters. I repeat, recruiting will always matter. Period. Point blank. Roll Tide for the pride. Roll Tide for the pride. Great job by Courtney Morgan and staff. Never ignore recruiting, dog. That's what it's about, right? That's how you build your team. What do I always compare it to? NFL teams and the draft. That's where you're supposed to build your team. Heavy. Period, dog. No cap. It's cool to get some good players out the portal, but you don't rely on the portal, Holmes. No doubt. Just like it's cool to get some players out the NFL free agency or from NFL free agency, right? Cool. But at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to build your team in the drafts. Heavy. Roll Tide.
at the rankings, guys that you've identified that can really play. Look at our freshman class now. I think we have 8 freshmen playing right now. So I think we did a good job. So if you focus on that, you focus on retention, then you'll have less needs in the portal.
Okay.
In each one of those buckets, like he just mentioned, I think we do a pretty good job of, we have a budget for each of those buckets.
Right.
Ah, nice. Okay.
So we don't want to spend it all on high school kids, like,
Right.
and not have enough for our, for our own team. So you got to really be disciplined, especially today,
Right.
because we're both used to just signing 25 and signing all the good players we can. Because there's no cost to it. In Dave's world, you got to be like, ooh, man, can't do it.
And another thing, man, it's funny, you talked about the changing of signing day. Losing a player on signing day doesn't kill you because, like, oh, that's cool. That's $400,000 more.
Go buy the portal.
Or give it to someone who's been playing their butt off in the fall. And it's a win-win. Like, you don't cry.
That helps with the retention factor, which is number one on your big thing, is that retention.
Retention. So
those things, those used to ruin your day.
Oh,
We've had a couple. We're like, we're good.
if he comes, he comes. Because, we can pay this player, that player, and we go to the portal. So, it actually makes Saturday a little easier.
I actually like this. You guys are putting a lot of the fans and viewers of ease. Like, hey, if the guy you've been starring the whole time for 3 or 4 months leaves, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
You guys are letting us know right now. So I really do appreciate it.
Even when we're on the sideline in our game and one of our players makes a hell of a play, we're like, hey,
ROI, baby, ROI.
Real shit though, Holmes. It's crazy though. Like the college realm, college football is at this point right now, right? When you thinking about damn cap space and all that, you hear me, heavy. How much money they give recruits, how much money they allocate towards the portal players and all that. Shit crazy, man.
We have to pay that man, right? So the money has to come from somewhere.
I like
so
this.
If that kid leaves, hey, that's more money to X, Y, and Z.
Good shit, you hear me? Good shit. Heavy, man. Roll Tide for the pride. Roll Tide, no doubt. Yeah. See here. Alabama will host several recruits, beginning with the first day of spring practice and continuing through A-Day. Updated visitors list. Many of these players attended games in the fall, had in-home visits during the winter contact period, and participated in junior days. New offers have been extended throughout the last 3 months, and many of those prospects are planning their visit to Tuscaloosa this spring. They will get a chance to see practices, meet with coaches, sit in on meetings and film sessions, and learn more about the program. These visits often set the stage for official visits in late May and June. Momentum can shift quickly after these trips, Relationships remain a driving force in Alabama's recruiting success, making this an important period in the process, baby. Roll Tide. And that's pretty much for that article right there around yonder. Let's see, brother. I'm trying to see if any news has came out yet. If not, we'll just get into it, cover it later. But spring practice is here. Spring ball is here, Holmes. Heavy. Got to be excited for it, right? You got to love it. Let's see, man. Let's see. What's up with this? Go back, bro. What's up with this shit right now, man? Here we go. No news in here. Type shit. Let's see here. Well, pretty much the same old, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm finna get up out of here, dog. Shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out my big dogs, my Levy dogs. You know what it is, man. Heavy. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of pride. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell. Share this with everybody you know. Once again, spring ball is upon us. How do you feel? How do you feel about Alabama, bro? The state of Alabama football. How do you really feel? Which players are you excited about? Which battles are you excited about? Let me know, bro. Let me know. I see y'all on the next one. Lock in with me. I repeat, lock in with me. You know what it is. Big SKOL here. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw forever. But we come to win. Believe that, man. Roll Tide. Down at the levee. We going fishing at the levee. Yeah. Believe that.